possibly for the knockup, but Jinx there being buffed up by Lulu is another big mid-game powerhouse. You have to avoid the engage from the Diana though, and if Dig want to slap more engage on top of it
at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dignitas capitalizing upon the information that they were given.
From Diana, he needs to be able to dodge a CC one shot.
No flash on Bwipo. He's got the Ignite Gwen.
They got a little tired of getting bullied up here.
Flash
Forward, the knockback onto Bwipo, a raining down of damage. First blood over.
Games. Either they have completely dominant side lanes and they just accrue this 5,000 or 10,000 gold advantage and you just can never walk into them to fight, or they start stacking objectives and force you in. But Dignitas has the Rift Herald, they have the Dragon, they're the ones stacking the objectives. That is a solo kill.
Solo bolo for
it.
Bwipo. Yeah, Blue and River made the rotation through to try and punish it. The knock up from Yasuo, another slice of the knife.
Dragon though picked up on the side of Team Liquid because River just transitioned right back through onto blue quadrant, and bottom lane pushing up. Lulu Jinx is definitely something that has a really nice mid-game curve, being able to speed up the Jinx and utilize the extra range with rockets towards the mid-game and start getting those levels in. They go.
Light Sigil drop down on the bot side. Bjergsen comes in with the package for Fake God. Some more needlework will do it on top. Bwipo getting that kill credit. Meanwhile, on the bottom, it's the trade. River right here on his camp, so he's going to join the party. A stun onto Santorin. Follow up. Ayla is here as well to throw out the whimsy. Bwipo, he's coming through with a miss. A nice knock-up. Blue gets it. Everybody's going to circle onto Bwipo. The rocket from down from Bjergsen to dish out some additional damage, and Blue, while exhausted, continues to go in on Bjergsen. Not quite chunked down. Flash to the right to avoid the NATO, and Fake God keeps his sights on the enemy mid laner. Taken down, Bjergsen.
Behind him, and the Jinx in front of him.
He sees it, throws up the wind wall, but Bwipo's got some quick footwork of his own, throws out the needlework. So Blue is on the retreat, and Fake God is here, activates the Dominus, but he is smashed between way too many members of Team Liquid. Blue under the retreat of the turret. A nice big wild growth. Bwipo gets it.
And you got to keep your eyes on the mini-map. This is a counter push towards mid, and counter pushes when you have Rift Herald in hand are very, very devastating. Can he finish off the tower? It doesn't do damage to itself. Good job saving some health on the Herald there by finishing the turret by hand with the white gun, but secondary turret gets knocked down here with a charge as well. They can't finish it off actually because of package. Package alert, and Bjergsen barely keeps it standing.
Slim margins right there, because if they stay to try and get that turret, they risk not being able to get this Drake. I don't think Santorin's going to fly in there. Luckily, he doesn't.
Around the bottom, so that is a lot closer, maybe 1 second of travel time off from them trying to get that counterplay. In the end, Team Liquid, they push mid first and still get a tower in reward on bottom side into the hands of Bwipo.
And then a flash from River as well in that jungle side, and Fake God finding himself in the 1v1, but on the opposite side of the map, Dominus to keep him alive, but it's not enough. Bwipo with another solo kill afforded to him.
Bwipo is a problem. He is a problem for Dig
now. I agree.
Controversial statement. Unpopular opinion. Bwipo with the
back over towards bot. Doesn't have teleport available if a skirmish does break out. Bwipo has his sights on River to see if he can capitalize on it. A little bit to the side from the quite dark for Dignitas. Team Liquid can now focus on the objective. No stepping up thus far from the Dignitas squad.
Pincer, maybe they just want to push.
Well, Santorin goes in, gets a flash out, gets another. Bwipo's still in pursuit. Biofrost has to flash over the wall to get into the pit, but that's a lot of needlework damage that's coming through. River goes in, the solar flare also for some additional healing. Bwipo goes into stasis, so does River. Fake God has arrived, slices and dices in. Knock up means that it's a shutdown in favor of Blue. Hansama gets the return kill, but a lot of blasting across the board. A polymorphed Blue has to set his escape, throws out a NATO, but it's not enough.
They're going to turn for Baron.
They finally took down Bwipo, but it cost them everything, Jack.
Yep.
This is a team with Corki and Jinx who have been patiently scaling. So Bwipo and Santorin, these two create so much space. They get all of the movement, all of the dashes out of Neo, out of the carry, and then Bwipo continues to fight. Double Zhonya's here, and Dig think this is our chance to strike. Bwipo, the carry, we finally take him down. But guess what? Lulu buffed Jinx and Corki, even with a great re-engage from River to be able to get the combo with Blue. The exhaust that I talked about earlier there, the extra one, Bjergsen has it. He puts it down on the Yasuo.
4K, and it was Hansama's Jinx doing the majority of the heavy lifting on that, even if Corky got some good damage in during that fight. Now he's
That's some veteran stuff. Keep in mind, always thinking about your matchup. Get that exhaust versus that you want to see for the team that has so much damage scaling.
Extended 5.6K in TL's favor. They do have grievous wounds across the board on multiple members to try to cut through some of that, but they got to cut through it right now because Biofrost already chunked a nice knock up onto Fake God. Has to pop the dominance to get out of it. The rocket hits onto River. Tries to get some action with the little bit.
Nexus that allows TL to just clear the inhibitor and get the drag.
Allows you to be an aggressive frontliner.
Oh,
Fake
no.
God doesn't have either of those.
Oh, Lottie finds himself going in the opposite direction. Does flash over the wall.
Find some
Creates
time.
distance. Okay, but there's still 3 Team Liquid
Create
members
some
on
space.
his tail. I think those scales are getting peeled back a little bit. Bjergsen putting a rock between each of them, and that's finally the death.
Advantage, here comes again.
Teleport directly in the bush. Whippo, he sees blue, he goes for it, throws up the hallowed mist, and even some needles will do it. Look at the burn down.
If the team tried to help out
Yeah.
Blue, you know, they were too scared to go in. Whippo's fine to teleport into a Diana Yasuo combo.
Out. And now they get to bring that power over towards the mid lane. They had already taken down that bot inhibitor. Now they're looking to do so here as well. Even have a cannon over on that top side to be escorted by Bwipo. And Dignitas' world is getting that much smaller.
Yeah, I like your term, Jad. I think it should be the title for this game number 2 is the strength of Whippo. You know, this is episode 2, Revenge of Team Liquid, the strength of Whippo. Massive.
Oh, Biofrost, get him.
Oh no.
No one help.
Biofrost, he's the next target. Has to flash out. Santorin's still on it. Yep, gets the ultimate. We want to see more solos, but it's okay. Team Liquid, they want to try and get the dub to make sure that this is an even series.
I think he could have done it himself. I don't think he needed help.
I like how 2 Santorin flashes it, please. I got this one.
Just let me participate. The last stand from Dignitas, knock up onto multiple, but it's a resurrection coming through with the GA from the Yasuo. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, they blast through the rest of them. 3 taken down for Dignitas. Blue, as soon as he gets back from that stasis, isn't long for this world. River on the outskirts once more, and Team Liquid, eyes on the Nexus, tie up the series.
A strong recovery after a shaky early